Morning, Fractal Effects team. Before we get started, please make sure you read the disclosure. If you're following along with us today, make sure you do a demo account, as this is for educational purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and this is not financial advice. Let's just jump onto the charts. We have NAS here on the left. There's 500 on the right. So we had an upside expansion model. We bounced off the DSD low of US 500, which was also an hourly fair value gap for NAS. We created all these 5Ms as far as the blue zone early entry model, but we never tapped a single 5M. And then we took out the highs of London. So now we're just waiting. They're pausing US 500 at the blue zone. We have yet to take out London highs. And we're sitting inside of an hourly fair value gap. So this big aqua box, that is the hourly fair value gap. So remember, when you're looking at divergence and two diverging pairs, they will match up the levels. It'll be different levels, but they will match them up. Here it's blue zone. Here it's the 1 hour fair value gap, but they're both being paused. So the fact that US 500 has not yet taken London highs makes me wonder if they're going to pause this here while we hit the midpoint of the 1 hour fair value gap and then drop them both. But let's see. I want to see a bullish confirmation from both of these. We have yet to get a double break to the upside as well. So we did the manipulation move to the downside and it delivered. But now we want to see if we get a bullish confirmation and a double break of the manipulation range to the upside. That'll let us know that we're going to take out London highs, that this 4 hour candle will be a continuation candle. No bullish confirmation as of yet. No double break as of yet. So yeah, we want to see a bullish confirmation from our spotlight indicator, and we want to see a double break on the blue zone strategy, and that'll let us know that this thing wants to move up. Otherwise, they're just pausing this market here. And then remember, anytime you see a divergence, what you're going to see is the weaker pair become stronger momentarily. And when you see that happen and you see the weaker pair sweep areas that the stronger pair has yet to do, that's a strong indication that they're going to probably drop them both. And when that happens, this is where most people make a mistake. When you're looking at two diverging pairs and you're looking for a sell setup, they'll take what they presume to be the weaker one. But as I said, momentarily you will see the weaker pair become the stronger pair. And when that happens, you want to take the new weaker one, which was the old stronger one. It will most likely give you the sell setup first. So right now, US 500 consolidating right at the blue zone, unable to take London highs. That lets me know they want to, at the very least, drop it all the way back down to the EMAs and even deeper into this fair value gap right here that was left right around 10 o'clock. There's the end dog, there's the purple zone, everything's right under it. I'll just make this one a little bit better. Remember, this late in the game, we're waiting for a confirmation. So we just swept out these lows. So the next break will be most likely our double break and our bullish confirmation, unless it keeps dropping further. We're right above the DSD high, so this is a great area for it to retrace back to. And as you can see, this matches up right with the blue zone, 10 o'clock fair value gap. That was the opening of the next candle, next 4-hour candle. So still no confirmation. Let's see how deep they retrace this. If we get that early retracement, we're going to be mindful of the fact that we did not sweep London highs. So there could be either a deeper retracement or they could just drop it from here. That's why that confirmation first is important. If we get that confirmation and that double break, it'll at least let us know that this market wants to continue up until at the very least we take out London highs on US 500. Let's see if we can't get it on this candle. So London high currently matches up with the midpoint of the hourly fair value gap, and we have our weekly range low, I believe, right there. Gotta match up these diverging pairs. So we just got a confirmation from US 30. Let's take a look at what that looks like. I'm assuming it's a bullish confirmation. Yeah. So US 500 just gave us that double break. I want to still see it retrace to this zone and then push from here. Because our target right now is London highs. There's a lot of higher time frame PD arrays that are too close to us. So we want there to be some room to grow. So from here to that blue line, which is London highs, we could probably eke out a 1 to 3. So NAS, on the other hand, has not yet given us a double break. So we have to be cognizant of that. Remember, the weaker pair becomes the stronger pair sometimes before a reversal. See if this bullish confirmation sticks. Two-minute 40 seconds left on this candle. Because right now we have an upside expansion model, but this thing is up against a lot of higher time frame resistance. 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Let's see if this confirmation sticks. So if this confirmation sticks on the spotlight, we're going to still wait for that retracement back to the 20 EMA, the DSD high, the purple zone, and then right into London high. That's our goal. But right now there's no room, right, to squeeze out a 1 to 3 risk to reward from here to here. I want it to drop back here and then take it from here to here. If this thing just takes London highs right now, and NAS does not even take out these highs, that might be a strong indication they want to push both these markets down. But there we go. We got our double break. Let's see if this confirmation sticks on both of them. One minute, 19 seconds left. Still no retracement. After we had the crossovers, we have not yet pulled back to the 20 EMA, which is sitting right inside the DSD high. I like it here. So no confirmation on this candle. We still got to wait for that confirmation, especially this late in the game. London highs have yet to be taken on US 500. And we're stuck in this hourly fair value gap on NAS. Again, we're looking at the CFD contracts. We need that confirmation to stick. Retracement back to this zone, to the 20 EMA, the DSD high, and then we'll look for an entry to go long right into London highs. That's what I'd like to see. Let's see what it actually gives us. So momentarily, US 500, which has been the weaker pair, is now suddenly the stronger pair. We might get the confirmation first from over here. So if we get the bullish confirmation and NAS does not, that might be the beginning of our retracement. Most likely back to this zone. 2 minutes 37 seconds left. Let's see if this confirmation sticks. Eight minutes till 11. One minute 15 seconds left. Let's see if this confirmation sticks. Keep in mind, NAS has not hit a single 5M fair value gap since we had that clean MM and a push up. Fourteen seconds left. So we have a confirmation on US 500, which now again has become the stronger pair. We do have a double break on NAS as well. I think we're going to probably drop down at least into this zone, to the blue zone, past the 20, maybe back to the 50 EMA. We had no news drivers yesterday, obviously, for U.S. bank holiday. So you got to treat Tuesdays when there's a holiday on Monday. Treat Tuesdays like Monday. About 4 minutes away from 11. I want to get that retracement now. So we're beginning that retracement now. So we got a bullish confirmation on US 500. We did not get one on NAS, but we got a double break to the upside on both of them. But we still have to be cognizant of any higher time frame PD arrays. We're sitting inside of a 1 hour fair value gap. Now in the 4 hour time frame, we always want the 10 o'clock candle to be a continuation candle and not a reversal candle. But today, we'll take a look at the 4 hour time frame real quick. So we bounced off this 4 hour fair value gap down here, had an expansion candle, and then pulled back to midpoint. And now this could be our expansion candle to rip past the midpoint of this wick and then the highs. We have to proceed with caution. We need that bullish confirmation, and we need a foothold entry. Without that, we cannot enter. So this blue zone would be the first zone that NAS has even come back to. Look at this. It left all these fair value gaps, ripped right past the blue zone, and it never tapped into anything. Now we have this consolidation. Usually a consolidation leads to a continuation after a manipulation move, but we're proceeding with caution here. I want to see two things. I want to see a bearish fair value gap created that we're going to later use as inverse to push up from. And I want to see an immediate rebalancing candle, an engulfing candle, bullish one to the upside. That'll let me know that this thing is ready to push up. But until then, I want to see a retracement. I want to see how deep that retracement gets. And the deeper it gets, the more room it gives us to grow for that 1 to 3 risk to reward. Still haven't hit anything here on NAS. Still nothing of interest here. Yeah, we have not retraced back down to the 20 since we've had this crossover. Remember, we still don't have a bullish confirmation on NAS as well. So you just got to proceed with caution here. As mentioned before, NAS has not hit any of our zones. It does not hit any of these fair value gaps, and it never touched the blue zone. Just ripped right through it. So if we don't get a retracement and this thing just keeps going up, that's fine. It's got to give us a foothold entry, right? Without that, we're just chasing this market. We don't chase markets. We stalk markets. Whole bunch of nothing right now. Even from the early entry model, as mentioned before, we had a clean manipulation move to the downside. We hit this 1 hour fair value gap on NAS and the DSD low here on US 500 and pushed up. But again, there's been no foothold. There's definitely more confluence for the upside. Still just consolidation. 22 minutes left in our stream. Let's see if we can't get that retracement and a decent foothold. Still nothing of interest. The 20 EMA now past the blue zone. Still just consolidation. You can expect this kind of price action the day after a holiday. Like this push up from here does not make any sense. This is why I'm not interested in it. As mentioned before, no foothold was tapped into. This is the closest one. We have this blue zone and we have a 20 EMA. And if we can't even touch that, then this market is extremely bullish and just wants to continue up. But it'll do it without us. We wait for those footholds. Can't stress this enough. Day trading is not everyday trading. Only when the opportunities present themselves. Worst case scenario, we watch the market for about an hour. Because right now the confluence is still to the upside. We have an upside expansion model. We have a bullish confirmation on US 500, and we've had a double break on both of these assets. But we are sitting inside of a 1 hour fair value gap, and we're stuck right here. So just got to wait. Still a whole bunch of nothing. Consolidation usually leads to a continuation, but it has to be after a manipulation move, and it has to be after it taps something. This is not giving us anything right now. A little over 15 minutes left in our stream. Let's see if we can't get that retracement. I want to see a nice retracement. And then I want to see an immediate rebalancing candle. And then I want to look for that entry. But it's got to be from at least down here or down here. There's no footholds here right now. We had our crossover down here. Market's usually drawn back to the 50 and the 20. Has not yet touched it. Just got to remain patient. If we get that bullish confirmation and a push from here, even you can see it's creating a new 5M fair value gap. I'm not interested in that. Because this is all consolidation. To be creating a fair value gap within a consolidation, that's not of any interest. I want to see it push down and tap this 20 at the very least. And it's got to do it in the next 14 minutes. There was a clean setup yesterday. Obviously, it was a bank holiday. Only CFD contracts were trading. But there actually was a clean setup. We believe we had a clean MM to the upside, and we had a DSD. There's no bigger confluence than the DSD and the manipulation zone put together. Even here, US 500. Remember, our indicator paints out the DSD for you. There's the DSD low. We hit it, wicked it. Not a coincidence. This is not a level that you'll find on anybody else's strategy. The amount of computation to figure out where the DSD high and the DSD low is ridiculous. So we had a bounce off of that. That was also the manipulation move to the downside and then a push up. Unfortunately, it never gave us a foothold. That was the only last missing piece of that, the strategy. With 10 minutes left in our stream, this is not an area I'd like to see a push from. We do have a bit of a power of 3 happening here, consolidation, manipulation, and then extension, but or distribution. But I didn't tap anything. There is no foothold here. This was the first foothold. Now we can say that according to divergence, it used this blue zone as its, or it's using this blue zone as its foothold. But again, I want to see a proper retracement. It has not touched that 20 since we had that crossover. So if it takes off here, it takes off without us. Still about 10 minutes left. Let's see what happens. After the confirmation, the blue zone is the only area that got tapped here on US 500. I would have liked to seen one more piece of confluence like the 20 EMA being touched or a 5M fair value gap. This one's already been tapped. So even if it swept out these lows, that would be interesting. We could get a late retracement. There's only 8 minutes left, so we've seen that before too, where it just drops right after. But we want to make sure that our entry happens within that window of opportunity, 1 hour after the range formation. If we do not have a high probability 70% or higher entry before that time, then we just pass. Eight minutes left. Keep in mind, NAS has yet to give us a bullish confirmation. We do have a double break though. We have a double break to the upside and we have a clean MM to the downside. That means this thing is extremely bullish. We want that retracement before London takes, before US 500 takes London highs. That'll let us know that it wants to push up. If it takes London highs first, then I'm not interested because they could reverse it. That means the weaker pair is becoming the stronger pair and it's taking liquidity while they're getting ready to drop both of them. Because there is a 1 hour fair value gap in here. That's why you got to proceed with caution. You got to know what's happening on the higher time frame and the lower time frame. That's why we're not just jumping in here blindly. If we weren't sitting in this 1 hour fair value gap, I'd actually be confident that this thing was going to push up. But right now they're playing both sides and we want to make sure we don't get caught on the wrong side of it. 6 minutes left in our stream. Still want to see what happens at this blue zone. If we never get down to it, that's fine with us. So we have our bullish confirmation now on NAS. Still the footholds down here. This will be our last candle. If we don't get that pullback, then we'll conclude. There's nothing to be, there's no foothold here. There's no room for growth. There's no 1 to 3. When you become really good at this, you'll be able to pass on opportunities that do not match all points of confluence. And you'll be able to do it confidently without FOMO, and you will not have any regrets. The second we bounced off this DSD low and this 1 hour fair value gap on NAS, and we got our first 5M fair value gap, I knew this thing was going to push up. But it never tapped any of my footholds, so I did not take any entries. but I knew that it was going up. Now we have a double break to the upside and a bullish confirmation. There couldn't be more confluence that this thing wants to push up, but at the same time, we have not got that retracement, and we have not got that foothold. And there you go. We just took, or are in the process of taking, London highs on US 500 without a retracement back to the 20. That's a bad sign. So just right at the line, it's about to cross it. Let's see. Not quite yet. And I was trying to get that entry down here. If I'd gotten it down here, I could have taken it all the way to London highs. That's more than a 1 to 3. Here, as mentioned before, this is an hourly fair value gap, this big aqua box. There's our weekly range. There is no 1 to 3 here. And there you go. London highs were taken on US 500 without a retracement. So we'll conclude our session there. Please make sure you check us out on fractaleffects.com, where we teach high probability trading. Check us out on social media, fractal.effects. We're always uploading educational material. And please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you know when we're live. We'll be live again tomorrow, same time. Just wait for this candle to close and then we'll conclude.